That is now 3 straight losses for the Toronto Blue Jays as they blow this one open late, losing 6-3 to the San Diego Padres at Rogers Center in Game 1 of the 3-game set against the San Diego Padres. Trent Thorn was on the mound for the Blue Jays today. I didn't think he was that bad, but he made a couple rough pitches leading to home runs, and it killed him. You know, the one he got on Austin Hedges was a solo shot to left field, and it was a hanging slider. You hangy, he bangy, and he got every piece of it and absolutely plastered it down the left field line. It's 1-0. And he has rough to issue a little bit later on, a couple batters after that. You know, Reyes gets on, Machado gets on, and then Eric Hosmer actually gets beat by a fastball in the outer half, but being the veteran hitter he is, rolls over on it, gets a little ground ball, but it finds a way in between first and second base in right field for a base hit. And where is it here? Reyes comes in to score, making it 2-0. So again, a hanging breaking ball and a little dribbler through the right side from Trent Thorn. Not very good on that play, but you're down 2-0. And then in the top of the 5th, he leaves a fastball over the dead center, right over the middle of the plate at 93 miles an hour. And Greg Garcia crushed it 421 feet. You don't throw that there, kid. You just don't do that. And your Jays are down 3-0. And at this point in time, not only do they not have a hit, but they don't have a flipping base runner yet. The left in the mound today for the San Diego Padres, where is he here? Lucchesi? Oh my gosh, I was hearing his name all night long. I can't really remember his name. I apologize, guys, for that. But herky-jerky delivery, and he had the Jays hitters way off balance, just really was not making any Jays hitters look good. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, Randall Grichuk walks to lead off the inning, and the Jays fans kind of give us, not a standing ovation, but a really loud cheer, because they have a base runner. Next batter, Freddie Galvis. He gets an 0-2 pitch, a fastball right at the top of the zone. He stays with it, gets barrel the ball and hits it. I think it was like off the top of the fence and out of the ballpark and made a 2-run shot for Freddie Galvis, and it cuts the lead down to 1. Next batter, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Welcome back, kid. He was playing left field for the Blue Jays there today, and he gets an 0-1 changeup up in the zone. You don't want to throw that there, or it's his curve, I think they called it, his change-up curve thing he's got going on there. But he eats right over the middle of the plate, and Lourdes Gurriel Jr. coming into the game hitting 175 this year as a Blue Jay, has not hit a home run this year, and we're like, man, that's why he got sent down, plus not great defense. He was really struggling, and he gets barrel to ball, crushes it to right center field, and it's gone! Back-to-back home runs for the Blue Jays, and just like that, we're tied at 3. What the heck just happened? You know, then we go to the top of the 8th inning, and we've talked about it over and over, guys. Good pitching, good defense, and timely hitting. You're going to win almost every single game. They got some timely hits. Pitching was, And defense. Look, Daniel Hudson had a chance for a double play in the 8th inning. Instead, he yanks it, and it goes into center field. Ends up a runner at first and third then, and then Renfroe hits a 3-run shot. Defense, guys, that's it. That's all it is. And watching Daniel Hudson screw that up, it just breaks my heart. It really does. Because he's had such a good season so far for the Blue Jays, but I think he ends up picking the loss in the ball. Derek Law goes a clean inning. In his inning of work, gives up a hit, strikes out a batter, nothing doing there. But Daniel Hudson gives up 3 runs, 2 were earned. Technically, it should have been 3 were earned because he committed the error, but he gave up the 1 hit, which was the 3-run shot, and walked a batter. So he gave up the walk. You know, he had a chance for the double play, threw it away. It's all unforced stuff, guys, and those are the ones that hurt the most. And the Jays go down 6-3. They don't get any hits the rest of the way. I mean, look, we can talk about blaming, Daniel Hudson. You can say Trent Thorn wasn't the greatest there today. But in the end, the Blue Jays get 3 hits. 2 were solo shots, and Freddie Galvis said he got another single or something. You're not going to win very many games at all like that. Now, Kevin Biggio. We've been talking about him all year long, about how he's been tearing apart AAA, and finally he gets the call to the big leagues. Plays in his big league debut today. He strikes out twice against the really rough lefty. He got thrown into a really bad situation, did Kevin Biggio. Struck out twice, and he was 0 for 3 in his big league debut, but that's okay. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was 0 for 4 in the ball game, struck out once, so he's been, over the last couple of games, he hasn't done the greatest, but it's okay. We all know what Vladdy is capable of, and he will do so. Look, other than a walk by Grichuk, and 2 for 3 for Freddie Galvis, and the 1 for 3 for Lourdes Gurriel, that's it. I mean, really, there's nothing else to go on from that. Thomas Pannone, who actually got called up with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. and Kevin Biggio today, went a clean inning, gave up a hit, no walks, and struck out a batter in his inning of work to kind of clean up the garbage there in the top of the 9th inning. Game 2, guys, of this 3-game set goes tomorrow afternoon, 3:07 first pitch. Canadian youngster Cal Quantrill. He's 0-2 with a 5.40 ERA. Canadian boy. Port Hope native, I think I heard, and obviously son of Pat Quant. No, you guys can let me know. It was on the tip of my tongue. I was hearing it again all night long. I could be right. I'm not sure, but you guys can let me know in the comments his father's name. And Edwin Jackson's on the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays in the matchup there at 3:07 tomorrow afternoon. All right. And so what we got used to doing, guys, when the Jays lose, they lost 3 straight. They're 3-7 their last 10. They're not playing good ball. They're 11 games under 500. Let's go to the minor leagues and try and take some positives. And I gotta say, Anthony Alford, a guy who has not been good so far this year, lately has been starting to put things together. He's now hitting 209 in the year. He went 3 for 6 today with a couple runs scored. Good to see for him to start swinging the bat a little bit. Every Buffalo Bison swung the bat pretty good today. They had 19 hits. Reese McGuire went 3 for 5 with a couple of runs scored. Alan Hansen 3 for 6 with 6 RBIs. Andy Burns 3 for 5 with 3 ribs. He's hitting 305. Keep an eye on that. And Teoscar Hernandez 2 for 6 with a run scored. And Socrates Brito went 3 for 5, had an RBI and scored 3 runs. You know, you're not going to see that too often from Socrates Brito. And he only struck out 1 time. But guys, keep an eye on Anthony Alford. He's a guy he's one of the only outfield prospects for the Toronto Blue Jays. Got a little hair on my hat there. That we really keep an eye on, I guess, really. I mean, for the Blue Jays, you just got to keep looking at the minor leagues when things aren't going well in the big leagues. Look, Biggio didn't get any hits today. Vladdy didn't get any hits today. Trent Thorn didn't have an incredible outing. He was great for the first 3 or 4 innings. But then he ran into that obviously the solo shot to the number 9 hitter, and it kind of spiraled from there a little bit. In that 1 inning, I mean, he went another inning after that and was clean, I think it was 2 innings after that, actually, and was just fine. So it's good to see that 3-run inning didn't rattle him. That's great to see. Now, let's go all the way down to the Dunedin Blue Jays, and I didn't even talk about Thursday's ball game with you guys, but Cal Stevenson, a guy that Jays drafted last year, has kind of gone through the system fairly quickly so far. He was in the leadoff spot yesterday for the Dunedin Blue Jays, went 2 for 3 with a couple RBIs, scored 2 runs as well, and walked once. He's only hitting .232 on the season, but again, a guy to keep an eye on. My boy Alejandro Kirk, the guy that I was saying, the catcher that's still very young and going through the system. He was 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored in that game on Thursday. And then today, Justin Dillon, one of the right-handed pitchers in the Jays organization, he had a great outing. He's 3-1 there. He 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, no runs, nothing going on there. Justin Dillon was fantastic. And but again, 4.60 ERA. I think he's not a younger guy either, but great outing for him. And Logan Warmoth. Name sound familiar? Blue Jays first-round pick of a couple years ago. Him and Nate Pearson were drafted the same year. So, again, he's been dealing with injuries the last couple of years, and he's down there in Dunedin. He went 2 for 4 today with a run scored. He's now hitting .247 on the season. I really want to see that guy continue to develop. Him and Jordan Groshans up the middle are continuing to grow for this team. Jordan Groshans, I think he's still hurt for Lansing, but doing very well when he wasn't hurt. He's only 19 years old. Again, and Alejandro Kirk, my man, again, went 2 for 4 with a couple RBIs and a run scored. So he's been playing some great baseball, guys. We've been seeing a lot of great things from from that catcher. Again, do we look anything into it? If he starts getting a double A and he starts ripping it apart, then maybe keep an eye on it. Or if he continues this for the next month and a half, then maybe keep an eye on him. But again, they're all very small sample sizes, but positives nonetheless, because there's not a lot with this Jays team right now, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you guys did not enjoy the ending to this ball game, and you did not enjoy the error by Daniel Hudson there in the, I think it was the 8th inning. Hit that like button, guys, if you do appreciate, if you enjoyed the video and not the game. All right, hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. What were your thoughts on Kevin Biggio's first ball game, even though he got thrown in against a funky, jerky lefty pitcher? I mean, crazy. He won't see that tomorrow, though, with Cal Quantrill on mound, if he's in the lineup. I'm assuming he will be. But what are your thoughts on him? What were your thoughts on Lourdes Gurriel Jr.'s first game back and actually playing left field? Actually looked quite comfortable out there, and obviously with the home run, great to see him get back into the get the hit column going here. I mean, with Lourdes Gurriel, guys, he came into the game hitting 175 with the one hit. It jumped 11 points to 186, so he's getting there. Freddie Galvis hitting 271, great to see, but everybody else still struggling. All right, so the Blue Jays are still struggling to find offense, but that's what happens with a young team. All right. So, Evan and I will talk to you guys podcast edition tomorrow afternoon, maybe early evening. Link is in the description for the podcast channel, guys, and for the podcast itself on iTunes. Twitter is also down below. Follow up, send me a DM. Do all that great stuff, guys, and I will talk... Check out my main man, Mo Buckets, on Twitter, Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. Again, he posts the fastest content. You know, all the other Jays accounts that I follow, he is the fastest to upload his post-game stuff and pre-game. And when the news comes out, he's always on the ball before the score even pops up kind of thing. He's great guy. Awesome content. Again, go check him out, Blue Jays Wave on Instagram, guys. Do so. And I already talked to him. I'm going to continue to say this so you guys know what's going on. Anytime past June 30th, we hope to have him on the podcast more or less on a regular basis to talk Blue Jays, because in the summertime, if there's nothing going on with the Raptors and Leafs, Blue Jays are our number one priority, and when they're sucking, we got to talk about something. So I had to have another guy to have him on there, very knowledgeable about baseball. It'd be great to have him on the podcast. All right, so guys, like I said, podcast link is in the description below. The iTunes link for the podcast is also down there. Go check that out, guys. And I will talk to you guys. Where is it? Tomorrow, Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Raptors are one win away from punching their ticket to their first ever NBA Finals. And I said it yesterday. I said it in the Raptor video. You could not script this thing any better. A Saturday night I know last week was May 2-4 weekend, but again, it's Saturday night, and I'm hoping it's supposed to be a good day tomorrow. I think it's actually supposed to rain, but stop a few hours before tip-off, so that's good news. Saturday night, downtown Toronto. The Raptors are at home. The square is going to be packed, and they look to go into the finals. If the Raptors win that game tomorrow at home, this city is going to go bananas. And I want to see it. And I know you guys too. Like I said, guys, Game 6 tomorrow night, 8:30 tip-off at Scotiabank Arena as the Raps look to head to win that game and win 4 straight against the Bucks and head to the finals. Be crazy. And next up for the Toronto Blue Jays, guys, we talked about it. They play tomorrow afternoon, 3:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Game 2 of the 3-game set against the San Diego Padres. The young right-hander, Chad Quantrill, what am I talking about? Cal Quantrill, the young Canadian boy, Port Hope native, on the mound for the San Diego Padres, and Edwin Jackson on the mound for the Blue Jays. 3:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you guys then.